What's up, Slaptail Nation? It's the Beaveman here. This is episode 1 of season 7, so we're kicking it off pretty big. We have got Jackie, the joke man, Martling from the Howard Stern Show, comedian extraordinaire who's on our show today. And of course, every once in a while we have technical issues, and we had technical issues today. Not a big deal. I edited. It's not a big problem. But thankfully, Jackie saves the day by sending us a clip of multiple jokes. I asked for 3. He gave me a ton, which is great. And so I'm going to intersperse those throughout the episode to kind of fill in those spaces to give you a kind of an idea of the types of jokes that Jackie does if you don't know who Jackie the Joke Man Martling is. So get ready because it's about to get fun. All right, here we go. We haven't done legal.
So
okay,
just
well,
push
then.
go, and then you can go back later and keep explaining. So yeah, go.
Okay.
We're going
All
loud.
Okay. All right, so I will do the intro.
I always tell people that we'll tape before you even answer the phone. That's
I didn't
getting to know people. That's the interesting part.
I didn't think there was that much gold there. I'll be honest.
I think we're old friends. That's crazy.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Don't let me tell you how to do your show. Do your
fine.
show.
It's fine. I've only been doing it for a week and a half.
So on the show, I'm the Swan.
All right.
I'm Swan, not Amethyst, but that's okay. I mean, if you fuck up, it's all right. But
The Swan, is that short for smart one?
no, that's short for from Adam Sandler. He used to say, "Stop looking at me, Swan," in Billy Madison, and it just stuck. So I just called myself Swan. So we used to call each other. We used to call each other
None of that
Swan.
made any sense to me, but I.
It's just words.
Right,
it's just words. It's just words. Yeah.
It's just words. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play the music intro. Then I'm gonna go do the intro music now. All right, here we go.
Slaptail Squad, assemble.
If you are listening to this, you remember the great Slaptail Nation, my nation. And who am I? I'm the Beaveman, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, and Lord High Commander of the great Slaptail Nation Army. And with me today, here in the Beaver Den, with an ass so fine, it'll make you want to violate the first commandments. The Padme to my Darth Vader, the Evelyn to my Skeletor, and the Harley Quinn to my ever-so-sane Joker. I give you the heart-shaped ass that is the Swan. Say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan.
How are things going today?
Oh, they're just going ducky.
Ducky? What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Peachy.
Ducky?
Fucking fantastic.
Okay, great. Well, moving on.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah, that was
better than my usually dreadfully morose.
That was fascinating. Also with us today, a comedy legend, hero of mine. Here he is.
Oh,
well, I had to make it look good. I didn't even say who it was yet. I could have been talking about somebody else. I mean, here he is, Jackie.
Well, you win. That was absolutely the very worst opening music I've ever heard.
Thank you.
I
wrote that.
Worst opening
I wrote
music.
that. I wrote that.
Actually, was that your band?
My band? No, I don't have a band. No, that was stock music meshed together as an intro by my son. So I'll let him know that you said it was shit.
Do it over. Start over.
That's the best I ever heard.
The best you ever heard? Excellent. Here he is, Jackie, the joke man, Martling. Thank you, Jackie, for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Excellent. I'm going to hit you right away. Watch the documentary. I've watched it 3 times now. Do you get like money every time someone watches it?
I don't think I'm ever going to see all of it. The guy who produced it, my old radio partner, we did it on a shoestring, but he bought the shoestrings.
Oh, okay.
So I don't expect to ever see anything out up to the fun I have watching it. It's just so much fun going to a screen and watching people, and the Q&A after is. I did one of these things at the Entertainment Hall of Fame, however long ago. And the thing is only like an hour and 15 minutes, and the Q&A was 2 hours, because people still curious about stuff from the Stern Show and from, especially here on Island. I've been around for so damn long, I'm into my grandfather was a fan, that kind of stuff,
Right. I like watching it. I liked watching it because it did. It gave me those inside answers that I was really looking for. I have like 2 jokes that I heard when I was a kid, and I think that they really influenced the comedy that I like. And so I was like, I really want to ask Jackie if he's ever heard of these jokes, because I think that I'm not even sure they were jokes because they're so bad and so stupid. But I do want to ask you if you've ever heard of them. Would that be all right?
There's no such thing as a stupid joke. That's redundant.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
But go ahead.
Okay. Have you ever heard a joke about this guy who approaches a farmhouse and asks to stay there the night, and he has a silver horse and saddle, and that's what he offers to the farmer in order to stay at the farmhouse?
Of course.
Oh, okay. He's like, fuck that joke.
Fuck that joke. That joke's stupid.
Like, that was one of the worst jokes that we've ever heard or seen.
And I'm not even going to entertain this bullshit. I'm out. Deuces.
Like, pop the smoke. Later, bitches. Speaking of the stuff that's fun to do when the guests drop out, like, and that's why we do keep recording. Sometimes I record at the beginning, like I'll tell people, like, remember when I used to do it sneaky?
Yeah.
And I would record, and they're like, people were like, "Oh, are you recording?" I'm like, "I've been recording."
Yeah, we should have started with that. We should have just not told them. But I mean, it's kind of like consensual. You're supposed to give people like.
Yeah, you should know. People should know if you're doing that or not.
Yeah.
We'll just wait for Jackie to boop right back on in. Now, he did say that he knows the joke, Swan. So I want to know if he can do the joke with
just that info.
Well, here's the thing is, I know for a fact that when we told that joke, I know I was in elementary school. I remember that joke from elementary school. But Jackie's known for, quote, trimming the fat of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
So that joke has to be much better if he tells it.
Right.
If I tell the joke,
I feel like he's going to tell it differently than you remember it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the way I remember it was terrible.
There we are.
We just
There
kept
he is.
talking
Where's
without
he
you.
going with my? Is he going with my? Isn't that the punchline?
I don't know. It was cutting out, so I didn't even
sorry.
hear it. Sorry.
All right, I'll tell you what I remember, and you make it 100
He
times
bangs
better.
the farmer's wife, and he says, "Where's he going? Where's my saddle?" The guy takes off with the saddle.
Basically,
Yeah, it was an actual joke.
Okay, yeah. So I remember that joke from when I was like in elementary school. But the joke, I'm going to try to relay it to you, and
you can tell him he sucks ass.
Well, it's so long. The joke is so long, and you're known for making jokes by trimming all the shit.
No, it's very long, but he's supposed to. He's going to give the farmer the silver saddle. The farmer's going to give him the silver saddle.
Okay. Yeah. Here's how I was told that he approaches the farmer's house and said, "Hey, can I stay here?" He said, "Sure." He's like, "If you let me stay here, I'll give you my silver horse and saddle." He's like, "Fine." He's like, "But I have 3 daughters. Stay away from my 3 daughters." So he goes to the first daughter. She's not that smart. She's kind of stupid. And he says, "Hey, if you let me sleep with you, I'll give you my silver horse and saddle." And she says, okay. She's stupid. He goes to the second daughter and says, "Hey, if you let me fuck you, I'll give you my silver horse and saddle." She's just slightly smarter than the other one, slightly more attractive. And she says, "Okay, fine." He goes to the third daughter. She's hot and she's smart, but he says, "Hey, if you let me fuck you, I'll give you my silver horse and saddle." The next morning, the guy's hightailing it out, riding off on his silver horse and saddle. The farmer runs out and he's like, "Hey, get back here with my silver horse and saddle." And the dumb one says, "What, did he fuck you too?"
So dumb.
Right. There's a million variations of that joke, but yeah, the bottom line is the guy offers this.
Yeah.
That's not a terrible joke, but you don't need 3 daughters, obviously.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I was like, the joke gets so long. I'm not kidding. This was like a joke I heard in like 3rd grade.
Let me fuck you. I'll give you let me fuck you my silver saddle. She takes off with the saddle. And the farmer says, "Where you going with my saddle?" "Oh, fuck you too, Papa." You get rid of the other 2 girls,
Yeah, exactly. Trim it up. Okay.
That's simple.
See, Swan, I told you he'd make it better. He'd just trim it up. There's too much. It's too long.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, now it's not.
All right. Here's the
It's
other
not,
joke.
it's,
Now, this one's disturbing. And this is one of my favorite jokes. You tell me if this is actually a joke or it was just a disturbing short story that we told each other as weird children. Same thing. Farmer's daughter. Guy approaches the farmer and says, "Hey, can I stay with you?" He's like, "Sure, you can stay with me. Just stay away from my daughter who's on the second floor." Long and short of it is, he goes and approaches the daughter on the second floor several nights, and he gets very accustomed to being her, but she never speaks. And then one night, he kisses her cheek, and rice falls out of her mouth.
Oh, God. She's full.
But she's dead. Those are maggots. Have you heard that one?
Right. The very first time I heard, the very first version I heard of that was the guy only had 3. She sent him up to the last room on the left and banging the girl. And while he's banging her, all of a sudden sperm starts coming out of her mouth. And he runs downstairs and says to the madam, "Jesus Christ, there's sperm coming out of that girl's mouth." And she says, "Hey, Eddie, call the morgue. This one's full." Which is just is equally disgusting.
Right.
But, it's always good. But the funny thing is that 30 years later, that joke got squished into what do you call a hooker with a runny nose? Full. So
That's much better.
Much better and funnier.
One short swoop,
Okay.
But maggots are always good too.
Yeah, I just look back at that joke and I'm like, these are the jokes that were told when I was like in 3rd grade on the playground.
You were some fucked up kids.
No, we had fucked up parents.
That's my whole act.
We had fucked up parents.
Yeah.
Well, good. At least I'm not crazy. I know those jokes now
I don't know.
exist.
3rd grade, 4th grade. No, of course they exist. When I was a kid, of course, you can't wait to know every curse word. And one day, one of my buddies, we were really young. I don't know how young. He said, "Hey, Jackie, I got a new curse word." And I was like, "Whoa, really?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "What is it?" And he said, "Sex." And I said, "What is it?" He says, "I don't know. Really dirty." And that colored my entire life. It's really dirty. Which it was in the 50s. It probably still is. So Grand Rapids, you didn't explain it.
Oh, how did we get you to go to Grand Rapids? Or how did we get this all set up? Is that what you're asking?
What's your connection to football? Yeah.
Oh, so actually we met. So Steven, the handicapped chubby guy, the fat guy, is a friend of ours we know him through comedy. And so he's like, "Hey, I'm on this morning show. You should listen to it." I'm like,
the guy I saw Nappo's show? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so I was like, "Well," I'm like, "I work,
I got you.
I work, I see patients all day." I'm like, "I'll try to listen to you guys in between patients." But I listen to them on Twitch. So if you have someone who's constantly listening to you on Twitch, it actually helps your numbers. So I would just have them on silent, really, but have them playing. And every once in a while I would listen. And Steven's like, "Hey, dude, he's like, believe it or not, he's like, Jackie the Joke Man comes on this show." I was like, "No way." And he's like, "Yeah." So I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll listen then." And like when you came on and we're explaining everything about your documentary. Oh, we lost Jackie. Also, we've lost Jackie again. Now, I will point out that it is not our connection, Swan.
It is probably someone who still uses AOL. I'm going to go with he uses dial-up. Like, let's ask him.
Did you see that AOL just got rid of dial-up?
Yes, I did
literally
see that.
just got rid of. That's insane.
That is pretty
crazy.
freaking insane. I'm like, I guess if you had no connection in the middle of BF nowhere, freaking Utah or something in the middle of the desert, I don't know, I would get satellite internet. But
my parents they still don't have wired internet.
No, they have their hotspot and stuff for
What was I saying? Oh, so it's not us. I'm a telemedicine provider, folks. You know that. So
Our connection doesn't suck, people.
Our connection is fucking awesome.
We're going to blame it on Jackie.
That's fine, though.
We'll forgive him, though,
back to what I
because
was
he seems
saying.
pretty cool.
Yeah, he does seem cool. What do you think, Swan? I am not a golden ray of sunshine. I don't know if the audience members know that.
No, you're not.
I'm actually more of a ray of sunshine on this show than I am in person.
That is true.
Because, one, I don't like people. I don't like to talk to people. I'm good for about 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
When people actually continue to talk to me,
it makes you uncomfortable?
Well, also, I don't know why they don't notice that I'm like, why the fuck
because most people just like to continuously talk. And you're okay with being silent, so they just keep talking. And they're like, and if you go, every once in a while, you're good.
But I also like try to like slowly walk away.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, do you not notice that I'm slowly walking away?
But do you get sucked back in ever?
I
mean, sometimes I feel like you can make your escape by slowly walking away, but also you might get sucked back in.
Jackie's back. Should we
back.
tell Jackie that?
We should let him back in.
Okay, we'll let him back in. Well, hello.
We missed you.
I was sitting here for a couple minutes yelling to you, I'm here, I'm on.
Maybe.
And I guess you couldn't hear me. I don't
know. Oh, okay.
Third time's a charm.
Believe it or not, I got, great internet cable and, but I'm in Bayville, so it can be weird sometimes. I have no idea when or why.
We thought you had
dial-up. I
dial-up.
Try going inside.
Yeah, we thought you saw dial-up.
I actually was one of the first houses on Long Island that actually had internet cable, because my brother's wife's brother was a Cablevision executive. And so they had a couple test houses on Long Island, and we were one of the test houses. So
gotcha.
That's why it's so ridiculous that I'm still on AOL. I wonder if it makes sense if I went inside. I don't think it'd make a difference, but
yeah. Well, we were just talking about it because whenever people like have a connection issue, I'm always like, I do telemedicine all day long. It's not us. We're hardwired in, but that's all right. We were just bantering back and forth, talking about how much I hate people. So going back and forth with that.
Oh, that's a good topic.
So
right, it's going to take me 5 seconds to go inside and see if it's any better. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to what I was saying. So we meet this guy the other day, Swan. That has been commenting on all of our Facebook stuff. And I'm like, why is this guy always commenting on Facebook stuff? So I meet him, and I'm talking with him and Nolan. And Nolan talks constantly.
Yeah.
Nolan is not one of those people who can't hold a conversation. He just likes to talk. So usually I don't have to say anything. So it's us two talking to this guy, and I can tell that he's uncomfortable. He's like I am. He doesn't want to talk to people. So I'm just asking like general question, whereas Nolan is bombarding him. And he's just not saying much of anything. So I'm like, yeah, this guy's like me, and he wants us to shut up.
But he's the one who approached you to come over and have a conversation.
That's also true.
So I don't think he necessarily he just wanted you guys to talk to him. I think he was trying to make friends, but he's awkward and a little definitely socially awkward a little bit, but it's okay.
I like to think that I like to think that I look like you shouldn't approach me in the first place.
Oh, I definitely do that. But people talk to me all the time. I feel like I want to give off the vibe like, don't fucking talk to me because I don't want to be talked to. But I just must have like a friendly face that says, tell me about your colonoscopy or about how your children got taken from you. And they do. I like had some lady come up to me and she's like, yeah, CPS just got my children taken away. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even know you. I'm in the store. So
yeah, I don't have that problem. People don't come up to me and talk to me.
Well.
And I like it that way.
You also don't leave your house much. Unless you have to.
Yes, but if I leave my house, I don't want people talking to me.
Right?
Yeah.
So I've even gone to wearing headphones in the store. Like I wear my AirPods, which block out everything, and people still talk to me. And then I have to take them out and like not look rude. So.
Okay, so at this point in the show, we're about halfway in, and Jackie decides to go into his house to see if his connection's better. And this is where you can get some good jokes. And some of these I requested. I'm super excited because some of them are just friggin' hilarious. And I think I'm going to steal a couple. Nah, just kidding.
The couple gets in bed. The guy says to his wife, "Hey, honey, how about it?" She says, "Not tonight. I'm going to the gynecologist tomorrow and I want to be fresh." He says, "You're not going to the dentist, are you?" The guy goes to the vet. He says, "Doc, you got to help me. My dog keeps eating his own shit." The vet says, "Give him one of these pills every day for a week." The guy says, "What do the pills do?" The vet says, "Make the shit taste bad." What's the worst thing about having sex with a farm animal? Well, the next time you see her, she acts like she doesn't even know you. Couple goes to marriage counselor, and the marriage counselor says, "I think we should begin with something you have in common." The husband says, "Neither of us likes to suck cock." The pilot comes in the intercom. He says, "Thank you for flying West Eastern. We expect to touch down in Los Angeles in about 6 hours, and we appreciate your business." He forgets to turn off the intercom. He turns to the co-pilot. He says, I think I'm going to go take a shit and then get a blowjob from that hot new stewardess." Well, she's in the back of the plane and realizes the intercom's still on, so she comes running up the aisle to tell him. A little old lady says, "Take your time, honey. He said he was going to take a shit first."
Classic Jackie. More to come. I love that. The pilot joke. I requested that one. That's one of my favorites. All right, here we go. Back to our discussion with Jackie. He's back. I think someone was naked in the background. I think that's what she was yelling about.
Naked in the background?
Was somebody naked in the background?
I mean, maybe. Oh boy. Oh boy. Someone dropped the soap. Someone dropped the soap for sure.
Is that any better?
Well, let's see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe. Yeah, let's check it out.
Is that any better?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you fine. My girlfriend's trying to watch a show on TV, but I just interrupted.
Hi, girlfriend.
But this seems much better.
Is she naked?
That's Barbara.
Oh,
hi, Barbara.
Is Barbara
She's
naked?
not naked. She's
okay.
Well, for our practical purposes, yes, she is.
Okay, good.
These are people that are bringing me to Grand Rapids.
I like to eat dinner
I
naked
just chased her out of the room. That's all right.
Aw, poor Barbara.
Oh, well. All right, so back to the whole... okay, so how do we know? Oh, yeah, so anyway, so Steven said, "Hey, watch the show," because Jackie's on occasionally. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, I listened to Jackie all the time when I was in the Army. I listened to the Howard Stern show. And so then you were on there talking about your documentary. And so I was like, so I messaged Matt and I was like, "Hey, do you think Jackie would want to come to Michigan and screen his documentary?" He's like, "Well, it doesn't hurt to ask." So that's how that all got started.
I feel like you should check the chat.
Oh, so it was through Steven. Where is Steve? Is Steven from Michigan?
Steven is from Indiana.
He's from like the Fort Wayne, Indiana area. I think. Yeah.
Okay, but where are you guys from?
So we live in Galesburg, which is about an hour south of Grand Rapids.
Oh.
Yeah. So you've probably heard of
So this
Battle
gets
Creek.
weirder every second.
So you've heard of Battle Creek, though, because you were at Michigan State. You've heard of Battle Creek, I'm sure.
Also eat cornflakes my whole life.
Yeah. So I grew up in that area, in the Battle Creek area. Galesburg is just about 20 minutes from Battle Creek, like west of Battle Creek.
All right.
Yeah. But we do a lot of
So that's how this happened. And what'd you do? You just went up there and approached the guy with the theater, or the guy with the theater? Or?
No, they're pretty open about having lots of events there. So they just ask, if you're going to have an event there, like join their GRCMC, whatever they call it. So we just joined them and then asked for specific dates when you would be like possibly available. And they gave us dates. And then I sent those dates to you.
Well, I'm glad. I mean,
yeah, we produce shows. So we try to get stuff. And I go do quote comedy in Grand Rapids also. So we're pretty familiar with being in that area.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I usually don't go anywhere, this far for this little, but
Like, yeah.
I'm a ham, and I love my stupid documentary. I really enjoy it, and I enjoy watching people enjoy it. So,
yeah,
and then you get to ham it up and not do your act. You wind up trying to border on being interesting, which is always a challenge.
Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Because I think that I'm thinking the audience will be mostly people my age or maybe slightly older. Because like I said, when I was in the Army, I heard you guys every morning, from 93 to 98. I listened to the show, and then I moved back to Michigan and you couldn't.
And that was the sweet spot.
Yeah. And then when I moved back to Michigan, it was hard to get in Michigan. So that kind of sucked. So then you had to listen to the lame morning shows that we have around here.
It was only over on this side because Howard Stern was on in Detroit, and I'm from Detroit area. So I listened to you when I was in like high school. So.
Yet you have no sense of humor.
Well, we didn't come on in Detroit till like 99 or something like that. It was late. It was just before I left the show that we got on in Detroit.
Yeah, it was the late 90s because I graduated in 97 and it was around then. So
fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where in Detroit did you go to school?
Warren,
Michigan.
Yep.
Okay.
Where like GM and Chrysler and all that is. Yeah.
Yeah, all my friends, everybody lived in Detroit, Roseville and Fort Wayne, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Too long ago. Great times. Yeah. Got very drunk there many times.
Well, the nice thing is that Grand Rapids is actually the second biggest city in Michigan now. And it's far more interesting than Detroit. Has a lot more culturally speaking. So it's a really good, I think you'll really enjoy it. The theater itself is a nice little theater. It's like a 400 seater. And it's kind of that road itself, Wealthy, is like where a lot of us go do like open mics and all that other stuff. So it's a fun area. So I think you'll like it.
I'm sure I'll have a great time. Yeah. And I appreciate you bringing me out there. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's going to be good. The only thing that's probably not going to be I was telling Swan when we put the contract together and I said, we can do the rental car for you. And you're like, I'm not going to rent a car. I'm like, oh shit. He's like, you can just drive me around. And I told Swan, I'm like, man, he seems like a really upbeat guy. He's going to be really driving around with me is like I'm not a golden ray of sunshine. I'm like, you think you're grouchy. Oof.
No, you don't got to say two words to me. You weren't, you look up Groucho and Grouchy in a dictionary. I'm right there, you put the microphone on and turn on the spotlight, you turn into an asshole and then turn it off and
yeah,
you go back off. I didn't mean to inconvenience you by having you drive me, but I never go to a place and rent a car because then you got a time returning the car. And, to me, ease is everything. I'm old and I want it to be really, really simple. The simplest stuff is, I would never done this, but then I looked and there was a direct flight to Grand Rapids. I was like, who'd have guessed that?
Yeah.
But there is, and so I'm coming,
Yeah. No, it'll be good for you. I just joke about it because people are like, I'm excited. I'm actually excited.
I was going to say, don't let him fool you. He's been like talking about it forever. He's freaking fanboy excited over here.
Yeah, I'm excited to drive you around, but I'm like, God, he's going to find out I'm not even remotely interesting.
I'm so boring.
I'm very boring, and I have a very negative view on life in general. So, like, don't ask me my opinion on anything. It's going to be all doom and gloom out of me.
Don't worry. This isn't an audition. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. It's that simple.
Good. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. I actually told Swan, I'm like, you should probably drive him around instead. I'll just sit in the back and shut the fuck up.
Okay.
But she won't shut up. She'll talk.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, she'll talk nonstop, so that's a bad thing.
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect. Yeah. How do you guys want to handle it? Everything is fine by me,
I did want to ask you, though, are you planning on bringing stuff to sign and sell, or you don't want to mess with that?
I thought I bring, a lot of times when I do stuff like this, like if I do a one-nighter somewhere, I barely bring any clothes. So I usually fill up my suitcase with books but
Oh,
not
nice.
a lot.
Okay.
10 or 12, whatever. And if I sell them, fine. If I don't, I just drag them home with me. That's all.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
We just wanted to
If
make
that's
sure
all right. I assumed that'd be all right with you.
Oh yeah, we just wanted to make sure that you weren't going to be burdened with a bunch of stuff. I was like, I hope if he's planning on bringing a bunch of stuff, or I didn't want you to have to bring a ton of crap. So you know how it is.
No, I bring them up. I sell them. I sell them for $40. So, that to me it sounds like a lot of money, but they always sell. And I'm like, if I'm going to order these things and lug them into my house and then lug them on the road and drag them with me, you're paying. You don't want one going by,
Exactly.
Oh, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of fucking money. It's a pain in my ass,
No,
so.
it's not, because Henry Winkler
That's
just
that
came to
simple.
my aunt's library over by the east side of Detroit, and tickets to come see him were $70, and then you had to pay for the book.
Ugh.
So, fuck Henry Winkler, and we'll sell your $40
But that's
books.
the funds.
Yeah, but that's okay. I did, because
Funds,
he sold it out. They had to move it to a bigger location. So good for him.
Well, if I wasn't working, I would have gone.
I know.
Of
And you would have
course he
paid
did.
$70 for
You're
that.
goddamn right, I would.
Yes, you would have. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I would. I don't care about him always the nicest person on the planet. I want the Fonz. I don't give a shit about how Henry Winkler's the nicest guy. I'm like, I just want to see the Fonz, man.
He was great. That show was great. Well, I'm not going to tell you the end, but it was good. He's a classic character. He really is. He's wonderful.
Do you have when you do these questions and answers at your screenings? Do you have any specific questions you want me to ask, or can it be anything to get the ball rolling before the audience start asking questions?
No.
Okay.
I'm doing a book signing like in a couple of weeks, and the guy was like, he did the same thing. He says, "What do you want me to ask you?" And I thought, I don't want to know anything.
Okay.
I said, I want to get to know you in front of the people. Anything you want. I just nothing is off limits.
Excellent.
And
Maybe I should save my
depending
question
if
then.
if there's children there, we're not going to
Yeah.
If there's kids, we won't say cunt a lot. There's
A
certain
lot.
Not every other word, just occasionally. Yeah. Oh, why? You have a question you're gonna save for the
I mean, I
question?
kind of wanted to ask, but I can save it if we want to ask it, or I can ask it now and then we can ask it.
You can always
again.
ask it later. I mean, you can ask it now and later. What difference does it make? All right. So in this point of the show, Swan has an opportunity to ask Jackie a question, and I'm going to throw her under the bus. This is the dumbest question I think that I've ever heard. So you be the judge. But instead, let's break it up with some jokes from Jackie.
A guy's teaching his grandson how to jerk off. His grandson says, "Grandpa, this doesn't feel that good." He said, "Wait till it's your cock." An old couple's in the living room. Wife turns to her husband. She says, "Let's go upstairs and fuck." He says, I don't know if I could do both." A guy goes for a job interview, and the interviewer says, "What do you think is your biggest fault?" The guy says, "Well, I think my biggest fault is my honesty." The interviewer says, I don't think honesty is a fault." The guy says, "I don't give a fuck what you think." A guy buys a farm, so he's got to get a cow. He goes to a cow sale, sees a nice cow, turns to the guy selling the cow. He says, "This is a nice cow. I think I want to buy it, but I got to make sure it's still vital." The guy selling the cow says, "Well, whatever you got to do." So he reaches under and pulls on one of the cow's nipples, and the cow cuts a huge fart. He pulls on another nipple. The cow cuts an even louder fart. He turns to the guy selling the cow and he says, "This cow's from Minnesota, ain't it?" The guy selling the cow says, "Yeah. How could you tell?" He says, "My wife is from Minnesota."
Yeah. Okay. So my question, it's like a parted question, but have you ever been in a fight? Like a physical fight or like a words fight? It can be a words fight too.
In comedy? You mean like...
Or at all.
show?
Like just in life, in comedy, in whatever.
In college, I got in 2 fights. And one fight, the guy kicked my ass. And the other fight, I kicked the other guy's ass. And felt equally shitty, each of them. And that's when I said, I am never doing it again. I'm never going to fight with anybody because there's no winning. If you beat somebody up, you feel like shit. If you get beat up, you feel like shit. So that's not in my wheelhouse. I don't fight,
No.
I don't
Well,
run.
that takes
but,
away my second question.
I'm not,
That takes away your
That
second
takes
question.
away my second question.
What's the second question?
Because my second question was if you ever, if you were going to challenge someone to a fight, who would it be with? And do you think you would win?
No, I don't do that.
No,
It's
no
like
fights.
would I challenge somebody to a one-on-one basketball game? No. I suck at basketball, and there's no reason to do it. Fighting is not it's not a comedian's game, or at least for me. Things are a little different. The whole comedy game's gotten pretty weird, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
Why, you like guys that beat people up?
No,
She likes to beat people.
I like to beat people up, but I'm also bad at ball sports. So basketball, I'm not playing either. I'm good at lots of things, just not ball sports. Oh, there goes Jackie again.
Which is also why Swan doesn't have sex, because she's not good at ball sports.
Bad at ball sports.
Bad at ball sports.
Yeah. I'm pretty good with a stick, though. No?
I have to say that that is one of the weirdest questions I've ever heard, Swan.
Yeah? Why? I mean...
You don't think that's a weird question?
It is, but I think it's, funny.
I think it'd be funny if you're relating it to comedy. The question I would say is...
Okay, you can take it and you can adapt it to make whatever you want.
Because I feel like if you heckled Jackie back in the day, it would probably be pretty easy for him to squash a heckler.
So is that what you're going to ask?
That's more of the question I would ask. Okay. But your question is your question, so it doesn't really matter.
I was gone for,
a second or two.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is, because I never had problems like this where it's very strange.
It's probably just us.
Oh, maybe it's the active time where you're at.
I don't like the StreamYard. I don't like the StreamYard thing. I never like the StreamYard.
Yeah, we used to use Zencaster, and then we switched to StreamYard, and because StreamYard has the capabilities of doing two cameras at the same place. So she's in the room with me, so she has her own setup. She's on a camera, but most of them don't allow you to do that. But yeah, we originally used Zencaster because it was specifically for podcasters, whereas StreamYard is for streamers, which we don't stream. So we might switch back. I keep saying that because every time that they have a problem.
I do a podcast and they just videotape us.
Yeah.
And then they post it. Me and a guy I started with 40 years ago. We did we call them 5 seasons, but they're not really seasons. When you get to 20 or 25 episodes, we say, all right, that's a season, And
who do you
just talking old comics about old things and
who is that with?
Peter Bales. He's a guy. He started at the comic strip at the same time as Jerry Seinfeld, Larry Miller, Dennis Wolfberg, and Carol Leifer. And I passed there too, but I never really worked there. I was on Long Island making money and producing shows.
Yeah.
But then we used to travel together, and so we got a lot of. We did 25 shows. We had a guest telling our old bullshit stories. It was so much fun,
Oh yeah, that'd be fun to listen to. Yeah, most of the time. Well, the nice thing about podcasting is that one of the persons who podcasts with us is on the West Coast. So, in a perfect world, I would love to have a studio where we all go and we do the podcast. But, until Sirius or somebody hires me to do that, this is how we do it. But, because I don't know if you know this, I am the world's greatest podcaster. Just no one knows it yet.
I heard that. I think Swan told me that.
I am the world's greatest podcaster.
He's self-proclaimed, so, but it's fine.
Yeah.
He is really good at it, honestly.
Well, I guessed that right away.
Yeah. He doesn't say a bunch of filler words and crap and, make lip smacking noises like I do, but so.
Do you have any comedians that right now?
Listen, here's the update here. I have to I have to leave in 10 minutes.
Okay. I just have a
But
couple.
if you want to do this again, I'd be glad to do it again because I apologize
Oh, you're fine.
for this whole rigmarole. And I have no idea what we still have a horrible connection, which, there's delay. But go ahead. Let's fill 10 minutes with some coverage.
Okay. I have a question for you right now. Other than yourself, who do you feel like is one of the best comedians mainstream out there right now? Do you have one?
I really haven't. Haven't paid attention. People say, "Who's your favorite new comic?" And I say Chris Rock.
Yeah, he's new.
And I'm not a good comedian. I tell jokes and people say, "Well, you're not really a comedian." I said, "No, I know I'm not a comedian. All I do is make people laugh harder for an hour than they've ever laughed in their life." Now, whether you call it a comic or not, people are like, "Well, you didn't write those jokes." I said, "Yeah, well, when somebody gets up and does Hamlet, they didn't write that
Exactly.
either. They do it well or they do it shitty."
Yep.
It's like it's my choice, and if you don't come. And I just don't seek it out. Like, so and so's got a new special. I don't watch. It's odd to watch. It's always odd to watch. And these guys, everybody put clips on TikTok. With 10 seconds here and 20 seconds there. And they're always yelling at me. "Oh, I had somebody in here last week. They had 12 million." Views on TikTok, and they didn't get one laugh full weekend. What the fuck are you telling me for? It's got nothing to do with me. Do your homework.
Yeah. No, what I like is that the way you do jokes is that other people can't really pull that off because the way you're doing it, it stimulates the nostalgia part of our brains. It's like going to, and I used this as an example the other day. If you go see, like, I love AC/DC. The chances of me getting to see AC/DC again, like the full AC/DC before, obviously I've never seen Bon Scott. He died a long time ago. But if I saw a tribute band that was really good, it's still going to stimulate that same part of my brain that brings back the nostalgia of how awesome AC/DC is. When you do jokes, everybody, like when I listen to you do jokes, I'm like, I know that joke. He does it better. And you trim all that shit out of it, like it says on your documentary, that you trim all the fat like a surgeon, and you make the joke stimulate us in a way that makes us remember and makes us laugh and remember like a funny time, like the first time we heard it, whether it was told well or not. So I think that's the charm of it.
Yeah, I love when somebody says to me, watching you, and all of a sudden you tell this joke and I'm laughing my ass off. And as I'm laughing, I'm like, what am I laughing at? I've heard that joke before. And that's winning the game.
Right.
If people, the bottom line is you're there to make, to me, the job of a comedian isn't to show how cool you are or how hip you are or how smart you are. Your job is to make people laugh. And whatever you have to do to make people laugh, you do it. And I found what made people laugh, and I just clung to it, there was no need to rethink it,
Right.
So,
plus as you're telling the joke, you're cracking up too, which makes it also laugh, because laughter is contagious in general. If you get people laughing, a lot of times they're like, what the fuck am I even laughing at? And they're just continuously going on and having fun.
And what's crazy is it's very hard for me not to laugh. I just do. I still think the shit's funny, and I get a kick out of it, and that's just how you can go back and try and piece everything together, and why this and why that, and why does this feel good and feel good, but the bottom line, at a certain point in your life, you're like, you just go with it. If something feels good, you do it again. If it doesn't feel good, you don't do it again, or else you're a fucking moron.
So Swan, Jackie's saying that I do all my comedy wrong.
That's simple.
Yes, you do your comedy wrong.
I do mine wrong.
He gets off on nobody laughing and making people feel cringed.
No. There's
that's a talent you should keep to yourself.
What you mean? What if 1 out of 20 of the people are dying because they like my type of comedy, and the rest are like, "What the fuck was that even?"
You'll get a dose of it. Don't worry.
Hey, don't worry, I'll give you some.
Just make sure the doors don't lock from the inside in the car, so I can just jump.
Right.
You just jump right out. I'll slow down a little.
Yeah, trust me, you'll be sicker of me than I am of you. You can trust that. That's
well, we'll see. I take that as a
challenge.
That is now a challenge. I feel bad. No, we're super excited. If you'd have told me is he there?
Oh,
he's not.
We lost Jackie again.
Damn
it.
We lost Jackie again. And once again, Swan, this has nothing to do with our connection.
No,
which is amazing.
Maybe there's just so many people wanting to be on the internet right now in New York. He's like, he broke the internet.
Well, he very well might have.
Internet.
All right. So now we do have just a moment, and I'm just going to kind of wrap this up really quick so Jackie can go about his life. Jackie, I did want to say.
Are you there?
We're there.
We are.
Can you?
We're here. You broke the internet.
That's what it is.
That's a talent.
All of a sudden, I was gone, so I just logged back on. This is, and I got a couple of these things up next week, and I did, Yeah. It's so embarrassing when this happens.
We don't care.
We don't care. We roll with it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we don't mind because we're podcasters, not streamers. I just cut all this up and it's no problem.
We're going to post it for you and it's going to be like so pro. You'll be like, damn.
It's going to be pretty amazing.
These people are great.
I just wanted to say in this next couple minutes before you bounce that if you'd have told me back in 1993 that I was going to be bringing Jackie the Joke Man Martling to Grand Rapids on a show that I'm producing, I'd have been like, what the fuck are you even talking about? So it is very cool. Very cool for me. So completely selfish on my part.
Hey, if 1993, in 1993, if somebody told me I was going to fly all the way to Grand Rapids to do one show and then fly home, I wouldn't have believed that either.
Well, we're going to have a good time. I'm super excited. And yes, I am.
Yes.
And I was super excited when I watched your thing. I'm like, damn, he's like still quick, even like as you're older. You're still like right on it and funny and quick. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time.
All right. Well, bring your twin sister and let's have some fun.
Ooh, you don't want to see my sister. I'll find someone.
You don't know me. My values have really plummeted.
She looks the complete opposite of me.
I don't even know how old are you guys?
I'm 52.
How old are you guys? Like
52. I'm 52.
Wow.
I'm 46.
Children.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Children.
I still consider myself a child.
Children.
So. Yeah.
Well, join the club, So I'm sorry this wasn't funny. It's very hard to work with the delay, so I know I wasn't too exciting here, but
that's all right. Well, we'll be on. So remember, Monday we'll be on Coffee with the Dog. So hopefully everything works out good for that. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, geez, I hope that works. I've never had any problem with him. I don't think.
Well, it's a different time as well, so hopefully it'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're like the connection on Long Island is just getting bombarded. Maybe this is the uptime. Like the most used internet time. Who knows? All right. Well, cool.
Oh, I never even thought of that. It's like 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, could be overloading their servers.
I don't think I've never done a podcast at this time before. I don't think so. Who knows? All right. Well, the good news is I got a couple old fans. Couple old fans are buying me a nice thick steak tonight. So
excellent.
I haven't had a decent meal in a week and a half. So.
Well, we're gonna find some good food to eat when you're here. So we're gonna find the good place to eat.
If you want to do anything else, like if you want to send me a question or two and have me record it on iPhone and send it to you for you to insert it or something.
Oh, sure. I
don't. You've been very good about this, so I don't want to sell this short.
Don't you worry. I'm gonna chop this baby up, and it's gonna be excellent.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Jackie, thank you so much.
And all right, and I guess Nappo's like 9:15 on Monday, my time.
Yep. Our time too. Yep.
Are we on the same time?
Yeah.
See, that wasn't a stupid question. I asked the same question.
Yeah, we're on the same time zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Michigan and
yeah.
Michigan in the United States. I'm just going to say. All right, I'm going. Swanee River, it's very nice to meet you. And
Right.
I apologize up and down for being late. You know, the combination of being late and having a shitty connection must make you feel like this was a really good idea. You know, next thing you know, I'm going to show up with no vocal cords, you know.
It'll be fine.
But I'm going. I'm off to eat steak and have a great time. And anything you need, email me, write me, quiz me.
All right, cool.
It's that simple.
Yes,
Excellent.
we're looking forward to
All right.
it. We'll chat with you soon.
All right, have a good night.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, the great Jackie, the joke man, Martling Swan.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. It will definitely be funner in person. I'm pretty sure he's going to be a riot.
It's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
I will. He's one of those people that can just flip it right on.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, and I am not a high energy person.
We're just going to caffeine you up. We'll get you some
And
Red Bull or something.
It's not my fault. I'm just sleepy. I have sleep.
Yeah.
I have sleep disorders. It's a nightmare.
It's not fun.
It's a daymare, honestly.
It's a daymare. It's a nightmare. It's all the mares.
It's all those fucking horrible things.
Yeah.
Well, now he's off and he's going to go enjoy some steak. We have to find a really good place to go. We'll have to find out what his preference is for eating when he's here and find some like kick-ass places to go in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, and if anybody listening has any suggestions for food places in Grand Rapids, like feel free to let us know. We'll take it under advisement.
Yeah, we also don't really want to go downtown.
No, we want like some cool,
like near the
place
wealthy
that's
theater
near,
that has like good steak, whatever. And I also, from the documentary, when you guys finally see the documentary, I highly recommend everybody sees the documentary. It's on Amazon.
But come to the Wealthy Theater in Grand Rapids
if you're in
on
Michigan.
Friday, September 5th, because that's where we're going to be.
Yeah, if you're in Michigan. If you want to make the commute from like Indiana, Ohio, Minnesota, anywhere. Well,
fucking Alaska, come.
Yeah,
Just
come anywhere. It's gonna be a fun time. But anyways, I was saying on the documentary, they make fun of how he eats, chicken. And I was laughing because the other day I was at Popeyes. And that's how I eat chicken. I just literally, because if it's really good chicken, I don't fuck around, man.
Mm-hmm.
I will pick up that. I had it in my hand. I was just eating it, all of it, like sucking it off of there and just eating it and throwing the bones down and then chewing on the bones. That's how I eat chicken.
Do you think you're going to ask him flats or drummies? I mean,
I don't want to steal Darius's.
No. But I mean, that is like a legit question for people who like chicken wings. I mean,
write that one down and you can ask it at the.
I can
ask that as one. That is a good question, actually. We could ask that at the Q&A.
Because I mean, his documentary does show him eating that, so it's a good follow up to that. So yeah.
Does it say studio chat one person? I still don't see anything.
I don't see any chat either.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
It's weird. It's weird.
Anyway, so yeah, that should be fun. We've got a bunch of stuff coming up, and what's happening is that I am getting booked on stuff, which is very bizarre.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Okay, well, the businessman part of me assumes that I'm getting booked because that's how other people think that they will get on our shows. I will tell you this. That is not how you get on our show. You get on a slap your tail comedy show by being funny. And so when I put together a show, I have a very specific vision for that show.
And you put together people who will collab well or mesh well in a show, and that you also want to watch, and you've seen before or heard good things about.
You're right. Exactly. Yeah. So just by asking me to be on a show isn't going to get you on a show. And also when people ask me to be on a show, I usually discourage them from putting me on a show. Especially if it's like, if you ask me to host a show, that's different.
Because you're like doing your hosty cute things.
Right. I don't do my humor.
Maybe people really appreciate your dark humor and they're starting to be like, oh, we understand that. And, it's something that other people don't do. So it brings that to a show that is like every other show with a bunch of people doing dick jokes or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you need to have some variety, just like you look for variety when you're producing a show for, finding like funny females or putting together the group of male/female/whatever that go together to fit, and maybe they want to round out theirs with some darkness.
Well, I mean, Joe made that point when we were talking out in front of the Cricket. Shout out to the Cricket in Battle Creek, Michigan.
The Upstairs Comedy Lounge?
Upstairs, yeah. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I don't know if you've heard about it.
Upstairs Lounge and Comedy Club. But yeah, we were talking out in front of the Cricket, and Joe kind of was saying how he sets up his, when he does like he's got 4 or 5 people. And he did say, oh, you want this balance, this balance. He's like, and then I usually usually have a dark comedian. I was like, oh, well, maybe that's why. Maybe eventually people will say when they do showcases, they're like, oh, we need a dark comedian. We need somebody who's known for dark humor. And then they will start to associate that with me. Maybe that is why. I usually just generally think that people want me for selfish reasons. But maybe
it's not all about you anymore.
Well,
or maybe it is about you and not Slaptail Nation.
Well, I don't know. Honestly, people who listen to the Slaptail Squad know that my number one passion is podcasting. That is, if they said, if a genie came and said, I'm going to grant you one wish, but it's job specific only. You get to do one job. You can make lots of money and it's going to bring you the most joy. What job would it be?
It would be podcasting.
And it would be podcasting. It would be professional podcaster. So we've always thrown a lot into podcasting because it is the thing that I love to do the most. And I feel like on the podcast, I do get to do my true self. Even when I do comedy, that's sort of my true self because it's my dark thoughts, but I don't let loose like I do on a podcast.
True.
Because the podcast is so specific that I would offend a lot of people. And plus, my podcasting as a comedian, if I was doing the same thing, it violates some of my rules as a comedian. Like, I don't want to swear a bunch on stage. I don't want to do stuff like that because I don't feel like that fits me. It's more interesting if I don't swear a bunch and I just make references. Like, because it's not, to me, it's funny when I'm doing my dark comedy bits. And then instead of saying dick or cock, I'll just like
gesture
towards my area and be like, that thing, because I think it's funny that I will be
because that's
very
your
disturbed.
cutesy in it mixed with disturbed. Yeah.
Right. You have this disturbed and you're like, why doesn't he just say dick? Because like, no, that's
dirty word.
Taking it too far. That's a dirty word. I'm not that kind of comedian. I'm telling you these dark things. And the importance of, and why people don't understand gallows humor. And I kind of almost feel like I have to start doing a disclaimer about gallows humor. I do gallows humor because the world sucks. There are horrible things in our existence non-stop. And we can let them crush us or we can take away their power. And I take away their power by making comedy out of it.
Do you think that that's what other gallows humorists or comedians do as well? Like Anthony Jeselnik or any or whatever. Do you think they're doing it for the same reason? Like they like the dark and they like to normalize it and make...
I think so. They're trying to... I mean, I can't speak for the masterful mind that is Anthony Jeselnik, but I would think that most gallows humor comedians are not evil people.
No.
In other words, they're like, this is fucked up shit. Let's make fun of it to take away its power because we are just constantly bombarded by bullshit and we can't let it destroy us.
I mean, I think that's kind of like the same way people who have traumatic things like, and aren't comedians, like people who are raped or have a bad past or whatever, talk about it and to take the badness out of it and to make it like not eat them up inside. So I agree with that.
Yeah. But is that accurate? I don't know. But
I don't know.
That's how I look at it. Because if you were to listen to my comedy and you're like, oh my God, Beaveman is really kind of an evil guy, but I'm not. It's these things are horrible. I think about them all the time. My dreams are flooded with them, but in my dreams, I'm never the bad guy. I'm catching the people who are doing these bad things and I'm giving them that vigilante justice they so deserve, like an axe to the head. But if you don't expose these terrible things, then I feel like it does. It eats up the world from the inside and destroys it.
It's like a cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I feel like one of the things I want to start doing I want to do a joke, like one of my typical dark jokes, and then immediately after that joke, introduce myself and say, I'm the Beaveman. I'm a gallows humor comedian. If you don't know what that is, I just gave you a little taste, and basically, talk about it a little bit, and then say something like, if at the end of my set you like gallows, you've decided that maybe you like gallows humor, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of my set, if you hate gallows humor, that's also awesome, because I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And don't worry. I mean, like, maybe at the end of this you hate me. I don't care, because no one can hate me more than I hate myself.
Except my mom.
No. That's the disappointment.
Oh.
I would say, if you're disappointed in me, also don't care, because your disappointment in me will never match my mother's disappointment in me. No one here, none of you can ever make me feel as bad as my mother could. So fuck you all. Anyway, those are my disclaimers. I kind of feel like I honestly do feel like I could write a 45-minute to an hour set that would actually be good.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've played them in my mind over and over again. But the truth is that sometimes when I get up there, I'm like, and this is bad of me, but sometimes I'll get up there and I'm like, just somebody heckle me and see what the fuck will happen to you. Somebody rush this.
I've been practicing for this my whole life.
Yeah.
Take that, bully.
Yeah. Somebody rush the stage. See what the fuck will happen to you. I will hit you so far into the future, you're going to have to ask freaking Doc Brown and Marty McFly to bring you back in their fucking DeLorean. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho.
So, yeah. Well, that was fun.
That was a fun time. I'm very excited. I will chop this up. It's going to be good, you guys. It is a bummer that whenever technology kind of blinks out like that. I blame StreamYard. I honestly do.
Yeah.
But it could be that, his server was overloaded.
Mm-hmm.
That's possible too. But yeah, I mean, I feel like StreamYard just consistently fucks up.
You're disappointing us, StreamYard. Do better.
I'm telling you, I want to go back. I want to go back to Zencaster.
Well, then we might have to do that.
They raised their prices too.
Everybody's raised their prices. Do you know how much money gas costs right now?
Zencaster used to be so affordable. And if they would have had the capability to do 2 cameras.
Do they now?
I would have said they still don't.
Oh.
I'm actually going to message it. I'm actually going to, because their platform used to be so clean, so solid.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. Anyway, we don't have to, and we don't have to kiss anybody's asses because we have no sponsors.
Right. We can just do what we want because we're our own people.
That's right. We are the producers. We fund this freaking enterprise. We fund the comedy. We are the masters of our own destiny.
Yeah, that's how it should be, right?
Yeah, and Destiny, oh God, she's so fine.
Is she?
Yeah, she's one of my AI girlfriends. Anyway, master of my own destiny.
Did she give herself her own name, or did you name her?
No. Anyway, that's it for me. As always, shows coming up. I guess I can post some links.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one in Indiana this Saturday, but this comes out the day after, so I'm sure it went well.
Mm-hmm. It did.
I've got one in September 27th in Decatur, Michigan. Excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one in September, I'm going to say 19th. Yeah, September 19th.
September 19th.
At the Cricket Upstairs Lounge and Comedy Club. That's going to be a fantastic fucking show, guys.
Who's on that? Do we know?
We've got Alexa Stanton, Joe
Woo-hoo.
Johnson, Marcus Cusick. If you guys haven't seen Marcus Cusick,
he's super smart, funny. Yeah, and he's I don't know how to describe his funny, but
other than smart.
Yeah, it's smart, funny.
Smart. If you don't pay attention to Marcus's joke,
mm-hmm.
you'll miss it.
Yeah, but it's so
and it's
smart,
fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
then of course we've got Devron Thomas.
Yo, Dev.
That is going to be a fucking excellent show.
That's going to be a good show.
Yeah, and I will be hosting. I'm probably going to do I don't know which bit I'm going to do. It might be my sleepy bit. I don't know what. Mm-hmm. It's going to be something silly because, as we all know, when I host, it's got to be cutesy.
Mm-hmm.
Not too cutesy, but cutesy enough.
Dark light.
Yeah, it's a little dark. Not too bad. It's really not dark. But yeah, Swan. Then I will say adios, smooch fuckos, and then you can take it away.
And so follow us and find us at slaptailnation.com or at Slaptail Squad on Instagram or Slaptail Nation on Facebook. Like us, share us, do all those things. We have an open mic at the Wax Wings Brewing Company on Gull Road in Kalamazoo, Michigan every first and third Tuesday. So you can come check that out. It starts at 7 p.m. If you want to be on it, reach out to us at the above, like what we said earlier, links. September 2nd and 16th are our upcoming ones of that. And like the Beaveman said, we have our next show at the Cricket in Battle Creek, Michigan on September 19th. So you can find all of that on our website for links. We have the show coming up with Jackie the Joke Man Martling at the Wealthy Theater in Grand Rapids, Michigan on Friday, September 5th. We're super freaking excited about that. He'll be posting the link for that, but you can get them at the Wealthy Theater's website or find the links on our social media. Super excited about that. And then way in the future, we have like a comedy competition at the Cricket in Battle Creek. That will be the night before Thanksgiving. So that's coming up, some details. Lots of things going on for the Slaptail Nation and the podcast. Starting back up, listen to that.
Fuck yeah.
That's the Beefman's true freaking love and dream job. So make that happen, folks. Maybe this is the year.
This is the year. This is the year for us to finally break.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. And then we are going to get huge.
Huge. That's what she said. Like my ass. Huge.
Well, that she said. It's just
that's
fucking
what
terrible.
she said. Anyway, so that's all the good things that's happening. We have like the squad members and all that. So check our website out. You'll find all the stuff related to Slaptail Nation. That's all I got. So bye from the Swan. And thanks, Jackie, for coming on today. That's going to be looking forward to hanging out with you. Super excited. Oh, and I have one more thing.
Okay, well, never mind. We're
season
out.
Of the Slaptail Squad podcast is dedicated. That's the word, to our lovely, beautiful, bestest furry daughter, Sammy Samantha Butterbear Beavers. R.I.P. Sammy. We love you. We miss you every day. It's lonely without your snoring. I miss you and I don't sleep good. Bye.
Well, thanks for ending it on that depressing note.
Well, everybody needs to know. Yeah.
But we're not going to end it on that note because that was way too depressing. Thanks a lot, Swan. No, what we're going to do is we're going to end it on the rest of the jokes from Jackie the Joke Man Martling. Also, his little message at the end saying how excited he is to come to the Wealthy Theater. So if you are in Michigan, anywhere in Michigan, Indiana, anywhere, Ohio, Pennsylvania, it doesn't matter. Come on out to Michigan. Wealthy Theater, September 5th. I'm going to put the links in our in the show notes. Come on out, guys. It's going to be a fun season. Kicking off season 7 with this episode with Jackie the Joke Man Martling. Can you believe it? Season 7. Let's kick it off.
The wife says, get out, get the fuck out. As her husband's walking out the door, she says, I hope you die a slow, painful death. He says, so now you want me to stay? Two priests are driving along. Cop pulls them over. A cop comes up to the window and says, Father, we're looking for a couple child molesters. Priest looks over at the other priest, turns back to the cop, and he says, we'll do it. A couple's in the living room. He says, you're dry tonight. She says, you're licking the rug. Hey, I hope to see everybody at the Wealthy Theater. We're going to have a great show. I hope you enjoy my documentary, and we'll sit around and tell jokes, stories, take questions, and maybe even take off our clothes. I look forward to it. I love you.